She once thought she simply awakened her powers, but she never expected that moment would turn her into a monster in her family's eyes. That day, she gently pressed down on a slice of bread, and with just a little force, the bread instantly crumbled into powder. Before she even realized something was wrong, her parents' expressions had completely changed. Then metal scraping sounds came from outside the door. Her father quickly got up to check, and the next second, uniformed personnel rushed into the house. What broke her the most was her parents didn't stop them, but instead silently allowed everything to happen. The girl was restrained, forced to wear a suppressor collar, dragged away like some dangerous experiment tart. She couldn't understand why, at the moment she needed protection the most, her biological parents chose to hand her over. From that moment on, she was no longer human, but an experimental number. She was sedated, locked in an all-white room, and repeatedly monitored by researchers. But they underestimated her rare ability, the power to distort spatial structures. Until one day, Polaris rescued her. That was the first time she saw something called choice. But freedom did not mean happiness. Trauma clung to her like a shadow. The psychic triplets attempted to read her memories, but all they saw was restraint chairs, tight straps, surgical lights, isolation walls, darkness so heavy, even observers didn't dare look twice. Polaris decided to train her, but the girl behaved like a frightened small animal. Every movement seemed to wait for punishment. That was when Andy approached her. No ability evaluation, no mission objective. He simply shattered a baseball in mid-air, let it explode, rotate, and reassemble, just to gently make her laugh. In that instant, the darkness inside her finally cracked open a seam. In the days that followed, their bond quickly deepened, and she gradually became a part of the team. Until that day, the bank mission. Polaris bent metal to block bullets. Shockwaves dropped the crowd. Systems collapsed one by one. The final barrier was 15 feet of solid stone. The girl stepped forward. Her fingertips moved, and the stone peeled apart like turning pages, folded open, and revealed an entrance. That was the first moment the team understood. If she went all out, no one could stop her. Originally, everything should have ended smoothly, but during the withdrawal, she suddenly stopped, and a strange smile appeared on her face. The next second, the entire room began to twist, and she blackened. Her loss of control caused the instant death of Riva's fiancé. That night, she was captured and locked inside a steel cage. A new round of torment began again. Yet Andy chose to stand against everyone else. No lectures, no accusations. He simply shattered the cage with his powers and set her free. But the girl didn't choose to leave. She wanted to finish it, to kill Riva. So she walked alone into the meeting room, air twisting, tables overturning, killing intent rising. Just as she was about to strike, Andy rushed in to stop her. In that instant, the backlash threw the girl across the room, her head slammed against the wall. The one who was supposed to execute judgment fell to the ground, blood spreading, her gaze losing focus. Andy held her tightly, trying to contain the shattering in his chest, and the final trace in her eyes was not hatred, but regret.